I know this is hard to believe, but your soul chose to be here at this time. I know. This crazy, like totally stressful, effed up time. Yeah. Yeah. We all chose to be here at this time. And sometimes I just, I get pissed about it. But then sometimes I'm like, that's actually kind of cool because I'm a good blend of like the old world, but then I've always never really fit in. So I'm perfect. I'm like a perfect bridge for like the new world to take the, analog over to the digital, the 3D to the 5D. Like I'm a good bridge. And I think you probably are too. And you've never probably ever fit in, and you've always had these ideas for things, but the way you would try to study them here completely sucked. Like it would never, like, for me, like some of the stuff that I do with my film stuff or my film festival or whatever, just because I'm an artist and I'm creative, I would start to study like marketing or online stuff. And it just felt like that like bro marketing vibe. And I'm just like, I don't know. And I was always going in between psychology and filmmaking because I love like people. But then even filmmaking, studying filmmaking felt very, because film is really like marketing. Film is really like, sale in a way. It's like marketing a story or a perspective. But anyways, I'm going on all these side notes as usual. But I just want to say, like, if you feel like why the hell am I here? But then you kind of feel like ever since the whole schmelection, I could have thought of a better word for that. Contest, clowns, carnival, whatever we call it at this point. If you've been feeling like there's something that you feel like you're meant to do, whether that's in a business or just with your life, and you're trying to get in touch with your spirit guides, and you're like, schmear guides, what? I've had a lot of people ask me that, like, how do we connect with that? So I created a 3-part workshop for connecting with your guidance. And the first one is it's a 3-part, but you can take one or two or whatever of the workshops. But it's best to get 3 because I made that like a killer deal. Plus, you get a month free of the Sky Cafe, my membership community. But anyways, so it's like, getting in touch with your spirit guides, using AI as a way of connecting with your guidance, like interpreting your dreams, really helping you figure out like symbols, like if you've been seeing an owl when you're out on walks, or there's so many things, and I've even created a custom GPT that you can use inside of chat GPT, and it's free, and you can get it inside the link in my bio. But anyways, and then the third workshop is all about, okay, you've listened to your guides, you know how to, oh my God, why does my shirt look so weird? You know how to use AI like as a spiritual oracle companion. And the third one is like really trusting the guidance that you get and being able to do like tarot readings and all of that. So you're like a solid machinery. So it's sort of like the first one, but an advanced version. And then if you also want to do a business, I set up a 3-part business workshop also. And that'll like help you. The first workshop is like getting totally clear on what your message, your customer, all that kind of stuff is, because that's like really important. And AI is great for that. Like it's amazing. And I'll walk you through that. All of this is a live workshop, by the way. We'll be on Zoom. I'm going to walk you through everything. You can ask me questions. It's live. If you can't make it, there's a replay after that you can have forever. And or if you watched it live and you're like me and your memory is going crazy, you're like, what happened again? You'll have the replay option and a PDF. And if you get the bundle, you get like a month of Sky Cafe with both the business and the other one. But that's kind of what I've been working on in the back end. I've been developing stuff for the Sky Cafe. But, I forgot I was talking about something else. The business bundle is also like, starting with like really clarifying who your people are and what it is you really want to do. Because you're supposed to do something, but you can't figure it out. I'm going to walk you through that and help you with that. And then the second one is like, how do you scale? No, that's the third one. I promise that I won't be this jumbled. I don't know. I can't promise that. But the information will be very clear. I promise you that. You'll have a PDF download and all that. But the second one is like creating digital products, and I'll show you how to do that. And just sort of building your funnels, and it sounds really whatever, but basically just emails and stuff like that. Setting up a stand store, things like that. And you can do all these like with free trials. You don't have to pay for them. So that's helpful. So you can kind of get a feel for it. And then the third one is the AI one, and the business one. And the personal one's the second one. But AI is really great for helping you scale. So you build the business with your soul, with your guidance, with all the things you feel like are coming in, but then you can scale and automate it with AI, which is really what we need to be doing, because we should not be constantly just, the whole point of all this is to share our wisdom or our gifts or whatever it is with the world. And you don't want to be running ragged so that you have no more gifts left. There's nothing in you because you're constantly, doing everything manually or whatever. So you want to be able to scale it in a way that feels like you're in control of it, but you also completely can let it go and just do things that help build your vibe. Do things that help you stay connected to your spirit. Because I cannot do like business, and then be like, hi, I'm spiritual. It doesn't work like that. I get like, that's like a different part of my brain. So I can set it up, but then I need to like go and like fill my cup with vibes and stuff like that. Just live life, And that way AI can be amazing. And I know a lot of people have weird feelings about AI, and I'll go into that in another video, but you have to really see AI as just something that helps free us up from stuff we shouldn't be doing anyways. And some stuff we still need people for. And I think people are going a little too buck wild on replacing everything with AI, because there's so many things in life that need people. So I am confident in that. And I think people will realize that one way or the other, but hopefully not the hard way. But in terms of like getting in touch with your intuition and building, your connection to your guidance, it's really great. And I'm a huge advocate for that. If you've been watching my channel, you know that. And also building a business and scaling it, a spiritual business especially, but any business. But I specialize in the spiritual, creative, mystic types. So anyways, I hope that helps. Let me know. You can check out all I have to offer in my stand store, which is what I've been building, so I can sustain myself as well with all of my offerings. Because I'm always like, when I'm in my lives, I'm always like, oh, I want to help you with that. They're like, how do I figure out my astrology? I'm like, I'm going to create a course for that. And, because it's like I'm helping one person here and one person there. And then I'm like, all right, I've got to create systems. I've got to create offerings to people. So that's what's there. And if there's ever anything you want to learn from me and you're like, do you ever teach this? Let me know, because I can set up a workshop or something. So yeah, so I've set up workshops because they're bite-sized. They're easier, they're live. You can ask me questions and then you get the replay. So yeah, just remember we chose to be here at this time. And if you have been having dreams and things you can't explain, and you've had sort of like a reawakening since November, I'm part of the 4 a.m. club, Dreaming Women. I'm part of all that, as you know. Many of you know that. And I want to help you if you're just newly awakened or newly interested in this, because if anything's going to push you into understanding why we're here or looking at life from a bigger perspective, it's the orange one and what's happening to all the people that follow him, and like how scary and stressful it is. The more we can get clear on who we are, why we're here, and what we have to offer, the better we're going to feel, because we're going to understand that we are also a part of this in a very, very powerful way. There's something that you have come here to share, to be, whether it's business or not. It doesn't have to be business, but there's something that you're here for a specific reason. And I want to help you. I want to help you be able to decode the messages that you're getting, be able to connect with your guidance so that you don't have to go through other people. You don't have to go to a psychic. If you want to go to a psychic or get a reading, that's just a bonus. It's an extra. But you should be able to, everybody has direct connection, and I want to help you tap into that. Okay, let me know. If you have a business, let me know what it is in the comments. I'm just curious. And if you don't have a business, but you've been trying to figure out your guidance, let me know that also. I'm just curious. And I hope you're having a great day. Bye.